Hi chocolate friends, Carla here with Opening Chocolate. Today I'm going to talk about a chocolate maker out of Budapest, Hungary, and that is Fabric Chocolate. This chocolate maker was started in 2012 by Viktória Szeleczky-Takács, like I said, in Budapest, Hungary. Viktória did not start out in the culinary world. She actually wanted to go into package design, and there was a glitch with her university entrance, and that led her into decoration and eventually to a communications degree. For a while, she had a career as a TV editor and a journalist. She edited some kids' TV programs in Hungary. One day, one of the assignments that she had was to go do a report on Rosavolgi chocolate and get a peek into their bean-to-bar business. And she was hooked. She was just mesmerized by this whole making chocolate on a small batch level. But she could not find classes at the time in her area in Hungary. So she is self-taught chocolatier and chocolate maker. She never really liked sweets, but she felt that chocolate would give her an outlet for her creative side. Bring her back to that packaging design and the creativity of decoration. So one day she was brainstorming with her husband, and they were talking. She had the idea of using different fabrics to create chocolate molds, and that is where the name of the company comes from, Fabric Chocolate. Unfortunately, fabric in German, my husband told me, means factory. It's spelled differently, but that might be a bit of a problem when you're trying to do a small batch hand artisan thing and the name translates into German into factory. So I think she's overcome that though, because on her website I do see that she has she does sell in Germany just fine. So coming back to what her bars look like, they're very unique in the chocolate world, I think. She said, so I mentioned that she was interested in the textures of fabric. And so she said, I'm going to read this quote so I don't get it wrong. There was a time when I walked with clay in my pocket. When I saw an interesting plant, I took a print. And so she's always on the lookout for different designs, and she'll make an impression of them and use that to make her molds to make the bar. So it took her about 2 years to get into the package design, get into the chocolate molds, to finalize her product line and her packaging. And she started in 2012. By 2015, she was winning awards. So she's winning awards with the Academy of Chocolate out of England, with the International Chocolate Awards. So this one that I'm going to try today was generously gifted to me by Trish at My Year in Chocolate 2016. If you're interested in chocolate things, you can follow her on Instagram at MYIC2016. She also talks a lot about chocolate things. So I'm going to flip the camera around, we'll open this up, and we'll take a look at the interesting molds that she has in her chocolate. All right, so here's our Fabric Chocolate. Everything is hand packaged. She designs all the packaging, puts all the little rhinestones and ribbon on there. It's a small operation. So this one is a Madagascar, 62% Madagascar milk chocolate with smoked cane sugar, which is one of her favorite flavors. All hand done. Let's take a look at the back here. So we've got a list of ingredients. This is curious to me. So maybe it's just the flavor. I don't understand. 100% bourbon vanilla, it says, and cacao, assuming that is. There's not vanilla in here listed in the ingredients, so maybe that's for some other bar. I'm not sure. All right. Anything on the side? Nope. All right, so let's open it up. take a look at what we have. Okay, so I hope this is coming through on the camera. This is one of the molds that I saw on several of her bars on the website. I'm not sure, I think this is the right way up. So if you can see it looks like a print of fabric, right? It looks amazing. Look at all those textures. But here's an interesting thing. You would expect a lot more air bubbles in a texture like this, but I only see 1 or 2. So that's pretty good, because I think it has to do with the shallowness of it. There's no place for deep pockets to form. So it looks nice. It smells great. So that's just the salt on the back there. Let's give it so I always hate to break up beautiful bars like this. They're literally works of art. Let's give it a snap. Pretty good. I'm not sure if you heard that. This is a milk, so I don't expect a super hard snap, but it looks good. It looks like it's nicely in temper still. We'll see when we taste it. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to warm up the cocoa butter with my thumb to release the volatile compounds, the aromatics. We'll check the aroma and the taste, and we'll come back. All right, so corner gone. The initial aroma, you can definitely smell the smoked cane sugar. I said earlier salt, it's cane sugar. You definitely get the smoky note in the aroma, but it doesn't show up a lot in the flavor itself. The flavor is what you would expect from a Madagascar bar. It has citrus, acidic notes in there. I don't get a lot of raspberry, which sometimes shows up with Madagascar, but definitely the lemony citrus note is in there. You get the creaminess from the milk. They fight a little bit against each other here, but it's not unpleasant. Yeah, this is nice. Again, smoke is not my favorite flavor, and that's just my experience and my taste, but I know a lot of people do like smoke. Like, if a lot of people like barbecue, they're more likely to like smoke. So that is just my flavor experience, but overall, you definitely get the smoke, you definitely get the Madagascar, and it is a nice milk chocolate bar. It had a really nice melt. When I chewed it, it was good. So overall, a beautiful bar. Let's look at that mold again. All right, so let's flip the camera around and we'll finish up. So I think I forgot to mention how she makes her molds. So what she does is she takes an impression of whatever she wants to make the mold into. Then she makes a plaster cast of that, and then she makes a silicone mold of the plaster cast. So she's not using the polycarbonate molds, but she's still getting nice texture, nice shine on it. And I think it's working out really well for her. She's got some great creativity in molds. One of her other more popular molds is like a crocheted tatting kind of look to it, which is really pretty as well. So she started off as a chocolatier, not making her own bean to bar, but buying bean to bar couverture from somewhere else. And I believe now she is doing her own bean to bar. She's gotten the equipment and she's doing her own bean to bar processing. She has several origins on her website. One of the things that she wanted to get into early on was panning and making like chocolate covered almonds and stuff, or chocolate covered things. She does different things. She didn't have the capital to invest right away in a commercial panning machine. They can be a little expensive. So her father, who is an aeronautical engineer, made one for her. Hey Dad, make me a panning machine. That's kind of cool to have that ability. So that's neat. And I do see that she does sell things that are panned on her website. The other thing is that she has mentioned before that she wants to stay true to her original work ethic by keeping the shop small, doing everything by hand, and having the highest possible standards. So that's fantastic, and I hope she keeps doing that. She's making gorgeous bars that I've only been able to taste this one because I don't know where they're distributed in the United States, even if they are distributed in the United States. So I got this one courtesy of, again, Trish at My Year in Chocolate 2016. So thank you, Trish. And if you've tried this, let me know, because I would like to know. She's got some interesting ones on her website. She's got a tomato one. What was the other interesting one that... She's got a couple of ones where you wouldn't expect those things to be a chocolate. So I'm always game to try something like that. So I hope to come across her chocolate again in the future. That's all I have for Fab Chocolate. I hope you liked it. If you have any comments, make sure to leave them below. Let me know if there's a chocolate maker you want to see, and I'll see if I can get my hands on their chocolate and tell you a little bit more about them. Until then, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.